I'm making a small improvement to the rear panel bushings for the bolts, 6 bolts that hold the panel down to the car. I used to have, and still do on some of them, these wave springs, which are more like wave washers, but either way, it's a mild steel, so they may have some sort of coating, but it's not very much of a coating for rust proof. But also, if you notice, it's just kind of a single wave, which works okay. But when you got a 360 surround and you want it to apply kind of even pressure all the way around, a spring like this only applies pressure at 3 points. I switched to these guys, which are pretty fancy little multiple wave springs. They've got a full 360 surround on both ends. I think they're called flat end springs. And they're 17.4 pH, or actually just 17.4, they're not hardened, stainless steel, so they won't corrode like these guys will. But also, they provide a much more uniform pressure to those bushings, and they're a bit softer as well. So this guy still has, this guy still has the original style wave washer on it, and I can move it, but it takes a good bit of force to slide it around. Whereas this new guy here, it is easier to reposition that bushing around, but there's still just enough force to compress the rubber washer that's on the other side that maintains a weatherproof seal on this panel. So each of these springs and this whole assembly allows for misalignment on all 6 of the holes, so all the way around, so that the panel can align nicely and seal on the chassis, and all the bolt holes or bolts line up well. So replacing these springs, of course I've got a plastic washer top and bottom, which makes, again, this thing float around nicely. It's a bit of a kind of provides lubrication for this bushing to slide. And then I've got these nice spiral lock rings that engage in a little groove in this bushing. These guys are hard anodized to type 3 hard anodized, so screwing the bolts in and out many times, that anodizing will hold up well. Anyways, a long 3 minutes to talk about a super nerdy little over-engineered wave spring change on these bushings. Woohoo!